Rachel Reeves' political career has come crashing down, and it happened live on air. During a nationally broadcast session, the Supreme Court delivered a ruling so devastating it brought Parliament to a standstill. The Chancellor of the Exchequer, once hailed as a champion of economic fairness in the UK, has been exposed for hiding £4.6 million in offshore trusts while publicly promoting the importance of tax justice. This ruling didn't just expose her, it stripped her of the secret fortune she believed was untouchable. This isn't just another political scandal, it's a betrayal on a national scale. While Reeves enforced inheritance taxes on working families, she was quietly transferring her own wealth to jurisdictions like Jersey, Luxembourg, and the Cayman Islands. Thousands lost their homes over unaffordable tax bills, while she ensured heirs were safely shielded. On camera, she insisted harsh tax laws were about fairness, but in practice, they hit the lower income brackets hardest: nurses, pensioners, shop assistants not billionaires, and certainly not herself. Court documents reveal she set up these trusts just days before freezing the inheritance tax thresholds. This wasn't an oversight. It was a deliberate maneuver by someone who knew the system inside out. It all came to light thanks to an anonymous whistleblower from HMRC, who leaked damning internal memos, offshore transfers, backdated documents, and even emails in which Reeves instructed financial advisors on how to circumvent the very rules she introduced. The Supreme Court responded decisively. Instead of a fine, it confiscated all £4.6 million in undeclared assets. But the scandal didn't end there. The ruling triggered a comprehensive financial audit covering the last 10 years. The findings were staggering: an elaborate tax evasion scheme tailored for the elite. Unregistered properties, pension funds parked in Luxembourg, shell companies under family names, and even a luxury flat in Knightsbridge owned by a Cyprus-based trust created just 2 weeks before Reeves amended capital gains laws. These were no coincidences. Each move pointed to a calculated strategy. Reeves wasn't just avoiding the rules, she was crafting them to protect her own interests. While ordinary people paid tax on modest inheritances, she funneled wealth through schemes designed for the ultra-rich. One pension fund alone held £800,000 under the status of non-domiciled dependents, a legal loophole typically exploited by billionaires. As Parliament debated fairness, Reeves was quietly meeting offshore wealth managers in Canary Wharf. This wasn't a lapse in judgment, it was a double life. A public image built on social justice, and a private reality built on preserving personal gain. The response was swift and explosive. Labour Party headquarters went into crisis mode. Advisors scrambled, MPs distanced themselves, and a leaked internal memo read, "We have to cut her loose before this becomes radioactive." But it was already too late. A former shadow cabinet member publicly broke ranks, calling Reeves a threat to the nation. The Serious Fraud Office swiftly stepped in, preparing charges including tax evasion, breach of public trust, and abuse of power. Among the seized documents was a memo signed by Reeves herself, detailing how to shield personal assets ahead of upcoming legislative changes. This betrayal wasn't accidental. It was meticulously planned. And public anger has erupted. Protests outside Parliament have surged. A petition demanding her resignation has already surpassed 2.5 million signatures. Constituency offices are overwhelmed, and Reeves' personal office has been vandalized. The public isn't interested in excuses, they want accountability. The scandal has even captured the attention of international media. Additional reports show Reeves funneled money through tax havens like Guernsey and Liechtenstein, paid for private security with undeclared dividends, and used shell companies to disguise personal travel expenses. Several of her financial advisors are now cooperating with investigators. One leaked email read plainly, "It's over. She can't protect us anymore." Still, Reeves has not stepped down. She hasn't issued a public apology. Only cold, lawyer-drafted statements have been released. But tomorrow, Parliament will vote on an emergency motion of no confidence. Insiders say the votes are already there. Labour MPs, desperate to save their seats, are prepared to turn on her. This isn't just a fall from grace, it's a reckoning. The very system Reeves built to penalise others has now turned against her. But this goes beyond one politician. The scandal has shattered public trust and confirmed what many have long suspected, that those at the top play by a different set of rules. That shared sacrifice is a myth. Words like fairness, justice, and trust have been exposed as tools of control. Families who lost their homes under her tax regime now know the truth. While they sacrificed, she schemed. While they followed the rules, she rewrote them. While they were squeezed into poverty, she slipped away into the shadows. Justice has spoken. The people have spoken. Now it's Parliament's turn. Rachel Reeves will fall. But for millions who feel betrayed, that fall is not enough. They want transparency. They want real reform. They want to know that never again will someone rise to power on promises of fairness, only to bury the truth in offshore accounts. Let us know what you think about this case in the comments. Should Rachel Reeves face criminal prosecution? We'd love to hear your thoughts. And remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel to support our work. See you in the next report.